Okay, and here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video. We appreciate you and love you. And for those who have been consistent viewers, thank you so much for your support. We really do appreciate you. I'll say the talking point is now Tyson Fury against Otto Wallin. That is the video. That's what this title of this video is all about. Let's get into this. Okay, so I was expecting to see Tyson Fury fight Charles Martin. That obviously isn't the case now. We've got Otto Wallin. It was only about a week ago I was breaking down the WBA contenders. Otto Wallin's name came up and Kuzman's name came up, interestingly enough. And then you've got Trevor Bryant and Manuel Shah at the top of that list. Manuel Shah, the champion of the WBA regular title. And I would like to inform people that that WBA regular title that most people are dismissing is the original belt that Muhammad Ali had, the original heavyweight belt, the WBA, the oldest belt in boxing. So while a lot of people kind of dismiss it, that has a lineage to it, that has a legitimacy to it, and that Manuel Shah holds. And if you want to give Tyson Fury's linear heavyweight championship of the world any credibility, then you have to give the WBA a regular title credibility as well. I'm not making it up. It is what it is. So that being said, there's a lot of dynamics to consider with this fight with Tyson Fury. The last fight was Tom Schwartz. I kind of broke down and told you exactly how that fight would start and how it would end. Schwartz back to the ropes, Fury unloading. Schwartz wouldn't want anything to do with it. As soon as Fury put pressure on Schwartz, he'd crumble. And that's exactly what you had, back against the ropes. And of course, on a highlight reel, it looks devastating. Tyson Fury looks devastating. If you want a highlight reel, looks brilliant. Pianetta is not a highlight reel. Safa Farifi is not a highlight reel. Clips of him outboxing Wilder is great, but him being dropped twice by Wilder isn't great. The highlight reel everyone remembers is of him getting off the deck against Wilder. So, you know, he couldn't get Pianetta and Safa Safari out of there. So the Tom Schwartz image of him in America, doing the business in America with the American shorts and all that razzmatazz, looks great if you're trying to sell Fury. And that's what it is. Sell Tyson Fury. If Otto Wallin was the next defense of the WBC title by Deontay Wilder had been ripped to absolute shreds. If Anthony Joshua decided to defend his title against Otto Wallin, it would have been a disgrace. Sky Sports wouldn't have even put it on. I can tell you. And how can I tell you that? Because I can tell you, back in the day, Sky Sports would not have put on Wilder versus Fury. Yes, before Tyson Fury became heavyweight champion of the world, they did not want Deontay Wilder to fight Tyson Fury. Sky Sports did not want that fight. And if you want evidence to that, please do check out my interview with Peter Fury, where he says Sky Sports did not want Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. So you can make what you want of that. Anyway, back to my point. So you look at the heavyweight picture. You know, you've got Deontay Wilder fighting Luis Ortiz in a rematch. You've got Michael Hunter fighting Kuzman. You've got Hughie Fury fighting Povetkin. You've got Anthony Joshua in a rematch with Ruiz. I don't know what Pulev's doing, because Pulev would have been an interesting fight, but he's with Top Rank as well, I believe. So maybe they will match those two guys together. So Dillian White would have been a nice fight. Fury, Dillian White, high risk. Don't know how much reward you get out of that. So Usyk versus Takam might not happen. Because I understand Takam has signed with another company now. He's got a new company, so it's unlikely that Takam v Usyk may happen. So they're going to look for another opponent for Usyk. And of course, you've got Parker versus Chisora. And David Price's card's still floating around. But do you really want to be fighting David Price? Star Boxing, thank you. Do you really want to be fighting David Price, Tyson Fury? No, you don't. So in comes Otto Wallin. What's my initial thoughts on Otto Wallin? So I went to look at Otto Wallin. Unfortunately, I went to look at the highlight reel. And the first highlight reel is this southpaw setting up, using the jab to set up his big left hand. The right jab, big left hand. Right jab, left. Right jab, left hand. Seems pretty much how he sets everything up. Double right jab, big left hand behind it. And the two fights I've seen of him in videos has been pretty poor at the opposition. One guy looked like he was pulled out of the audience. The other guy looked as if I don't know. He looked like he was on the door security. So it was terrible. Just out at the moment, Ingram, but I want to see Price Chisora. Good fight. But thanks for letting me know that, Adam. I will talk about that. So Otto Wallin, Swedish, and unbeaten. So Fury can say, promotional thing, Fury can say, I fought one unbeaten fighter and now I'm fighting another unbeaten fighter. Sounds good on paper. Who's beaten Otto Wallin before? Nobody. Who's beaten Tom Schwartz before? Nobody. But going back to that thing earlier where I said to you about Fury and the rest of the heavyweight division, if Wilder or Joshua had decided to take Otto Wallin as a title defense, they would have been absolutely trashed over social media. But here's the double standards. With Tyson Fury, he can do what the hell he wants, Tyson Fury, because it's Tyson Fury. So there's double standards in boxing. Why is it acceptable for Tyson Fury to fight Otto Wallin, and it's unacceptable for Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua? If you're one of these people that say that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, why should the best heavyweight in the world be fighting Otto Wallin? If you're not going to give Fury, if you're not going to give Wilder a break, if you're not going to give Joshua a break, if you're not going to give Dillian White a break, right, for fighting Otto Wallin, how can you give Fury a break for it? So this is the kind of unbalanced sort of viewership that's out there at times. So just talking about that. So I do know there's agendas behind this, because I don't think it's unacceptable. The opponent is unacceptable. But we know what it is. Fury cashing in, make as much money as he can with Bob Arum. But I will tell you this much. When I spoke to Bob Arum when he was in the UK for the Terence Crawford Amir Khan thing, he said to me directly, Dillian White, leave Matchroom and come to Top Rank. And what I will do is get you fighting a few Americans. Interestingly enough, Fury's in America, or Fury's fighting in America, and he's fighting Europeans. They're not Americans. So it seems one rule for one and one for another. But the other thing is, you know who I blame for this? I don't blame Ben Davidson. I don't blame Bob Arum. I don't blame Frank Warren. I blame it squarely on the shoulders of Tyson Fury. Well, why are you saying that, mate? You must hate Tyson Fury. No. Fury said in his comeback, I'm going to fight 3 or 4 bums, or 4 or 5 bums. He said it. And I believe he actually meant it. And if you listen to Fury and watch his actions, he's doing exactly that. I mean, I ain't going to call no one a bum, but in his mind, because he thought Safa Safiri should never have been in a ring with Fury, we gave him that. He fought Pianetta, who got blasted away by Klitschko. Should never be in a ring with Fury. Okay, that's 2. So 2 warm-up fights, all right? I don't know how many warm-up fights Fury fans want him to have. Then he fights Wilder. Oh, you know, he's fighting Wilder and he's not had enough fights. I was one of those people that said that. But he went on and he fought Wilder. Remember, Wilder the dosser. Wilder the dosser. Wilder, the guy that can't punch. Wilder, the basketball, skinny leg basketballer, blah, blah, blah. 3 fights, no KOs. So you look at the resume since Tyson's come back, it looks dreadful in terms of knockouts. So we've got to get a knockout from somewhere. We're marketing you. You've got to look devastating in knockouts. In comes, we look for yellow pages, and in comes Tom Schwartz. Good old Tom. Tom will smile. Tom will pose. Tom looks like he should be on a beach, surfing on a beach, right? Or he should be a lifeguard, not a boxer. But Tom Schwartz comes in. He's smiling with Fury. He's hugging Fury. Him and Fury. He might as well ask Fury for autograph. So he's not going to cause no challenge. Passive Tom Schwartz. That's great. He's not cause a fuss. And he does exactly as the script. Back up against the ropes. Let Fury punch him up. Falls on the floor. And Fury looks fantastic in America. He got the knockout win. So now all of a sudden, Fury's a puncher. Okay, that's the plan. So when this guy next, Otto Wallin, they're going to try and do a similar thing and knock Otto Wallin out as well to show, Fury's been working with Ben Davison now, and you can see he's got great knockouts now. You can see that Ben Davison. I'm not saying that Ben Davison isn't doing a stellar job with Fury in terms of getting him round to getting him fit and in shape and all that stuff. Sure, but I'm not blowing things out of proportion, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you Ben Davison's the best trainer in the world. I'm not going to say that. And I'm certainly not going to sit down and say, well, Fury had, the problems self-inflicted. Nobody told him to go out to eat, drink, and get drunk and blow up to that way he does. Nobody asked him to do that. Nobody asked him to do it. He did it himself. Oh, mental health, fair enough. Not dismissing the mental health, but please, if you're gonna talk about mental health, please, as I said in a previous video, check out Vinny Pazienza. He was in metal all over, right? Metal, right? Could hardly move his head like that. And he came back and he fought and became a champion. Or we talk about, what's his name? What's this guy's name? Danny Jacobs. We could talk about those two guys. So we talk about those two guys. And that's how I can't stomach people still talking about how Fury is out of shape. Well, he's in shape now. He's been training for so long. I don't know how much more shape you want Fury to be in. All right. And he was heavier his last fight against Tom Schwartz. But he's in shape. Okay. So now we've got the Otto Wallin fight. So for me, I've seen Otto Wallin. From what I've seen of Otto Wallin, he's very basic in his attacks. He sets it up. He doesn't have any sort of variation on what he does. Double jab, straight left hand. Double jab, straight left hand. Moves in straight lines. He's no fancy down. He'll try and walk Fury back. Fury's got enough footwork to move in and out of range and to drop the right hands on Otto Wallin. I don't know what Otto Wallin's chin or his punch resistance is like. I would guess, at a guess, his punch resistance isn't great. He might be determined, but I don't see that there is a different skill level between Otto Wallin and Tyson Fury. Stevie Wonder can see that. So if you really want to talk about skill level, and all you Fury fans want to keep talking about skill level. Well, if you really want to know how skilled the guy is, you put him against another skilled guy. You put him against the best in the world. Otto Wallin's not the best in the world. Tom Schwartz is not the best in the world. Deontay Wilder is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And as you saw, all the skills Fury had, all the defensive brilliance he had, look at his face afterwards, after the fight. Marks all over his face from the dosser who can't box, all over his face, and hit the deck twice. That is what it is. That's not how I'm making it out to be, right? You can't put a masterclass on and have your face dotted up and you on the deck twice. That's not a masterclass. A masterclass is Mayweather against Canelo. That's a masterclass. Really getting hit, great defensive technique, great offensive, making a guy miss, making him pay. Fury had moments where he made Wilder miss and made him pay, but when Wilder hit Fury, he went over. And those whiskers are not going to change in the rematch. Yeah, the whiskers are not going to change in the rematch. Thank you, Matt. The people seem to love the Stacey McKinley interview. Please do check that out, by the way. Stacey McKinley talking about Mike Tyson and how he knocked out Lennox Lewis as a teenager and how vicious Mike Tyson was back then. Please get a chance to listen to the interview. Also talks about Dillian Whyte and probably why Dillian Whyte didn't take the WBC title fight was because he was being paid step-aside money, according to Stacey McKinley. Breaks it down beautifully. Talks about Anthony Joshua, the legend of Mike Tyson, and a bonus on top of that as well. We hear from Ivana Habazan, who is fighting Clarissa Shields. And on top of that, we get James Ali-Bashir as well, talking about his experiences of Mike Tyson with his fighter as well. Great insight. Please do check out that interview. We really do pride ourselves at BWTM on getting authentic people who know boxing and the very best in the business. So it's a gem of an interview. Back to Fury versus Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin's backstory. I understand his father recently passed away. So that can work two ways. One way it can work, Otto Wallin's going to train like a complete, an utter Trojan, and he will be fired up for the Fury fight, and he will walk through walls. The flip side, not everybody responds that way. The other way, Otto Wallin, I don't know what his relationship was with his father. It could be he might be relieved. He might be angry. I don't know. I've not done research, but I can tell you this much. If it was devastating for Otto Wallin, he might not even train right for the fight. He might be grieving so much. We'll see when he comes into the fight. His head's not even in the game. So we really don't know what sort of Otto Wallin you're going to get. You're going to get Fury in shape, doing what he normally does. But Fury doesn't do anything different. He's doing the same thing over and over and over again. And depending on who the opponent is, it's how much or how little you see of certain things. And as much as say, I don't expect to see anything. I expect to see Fury on the front foot against Otto Wallin. He will probably give us a clip where he's on the ropes doing what he does. But against guys who can't box or guys who've got limited boxing ability, that looks great. Sit on the ropes against Wilder and do that same stuff again in the rematch and see what happens to you. You did that stuff, all that stuff, and you end up on the canvas against Wilder. And Wilder threw the same three-punch combination from the start of the fight to the end of the fight. The same three-punch combination. If you're so skillful and so brilliant and such a defensive wizard, you should be getting hit with the same three punches. See, three-punch combination for the whole fight. For the whole fight. This isn't a ripping down of Tyson Fury. This is just look at things as they are on the screen, right? And this is, remember, a dosser, according to Tyson Fury. So if Deontay Wilder is a dosser, then what is Otto Wallin? What is Safa Safiri? What the hell is Tom Schwartz? The only time it seems that we're going to see a serious Tyson Fury fight without a circus act, without him kissing somebody or hugging somebody or embracing them like they're his long-lost cousin, is when Wilder gets back in the ring with him, because none of that stuff is going to have to happen. He knows against Wilder, he will have to fight. Right? Salute my brother, CB Sports TV. Brother, how you doing? Right? So I heard someone say, the best should fight the best. All right. Fair enough. Well, when Fury says he'll fight anybody, he literally will fight anybody. Anybody. Joe Bloggs, Frank down the road, the Eastern European who's had 30 fights but hasn't fought outside his town hall, he'll fight anybody. There is no decorum. Anybody can get pulled up to fight Tyson Fury. Safa Safiri to Tom Schwartz to this guy, Otto Wallin, who honestly, if you're really brutally honest, these guys are probably not even good sparring partners. This guy, Otto Wallin, was Anthony Joshua's chief sparring partner. But it scratches my head. How can he be Anthony Joshua's chief sparring partner when Martin McCauley was his chief sparring partner? I don't understand that. But again, supposedly there's a rumor now on the internet that Otto Wallin knocked out Anthony Joshua in sparring. I don't know what to believe these days. So much crap that's out on the internet, you don't know. But I don't expect Otto Wallin to cause any sort of concern for Fury. I expect it to be another knockout highlight reel, for Fury to look like a puncher, for his fans to go, woo! The American public, those who are discerning people, look at this and see it's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. And I want to know why two guys who are not even American have got the American audience like that. I don't get it. Fury versus Wallin. Why? Why? I know who's going to win this fight before I even tune in to watch it. What is the draw card? Why is this fight not in the UK? Why is Fury not fighting in the UK? How many tickets is Fury? How many tickets can Fury sell out a crowd in the UK? That's the question. How many? I mean, that's the question. I asked the question that because I don't see Fury as a big ticket seller. I don't. Not in the UK. Maybe in America he does better. I don't see it in the UK. I just don't. I don't. For all the stuff Fury is, I don't think he's a great ticket seller. Unless somebody can prove me different. If somebody can bring the stats up and show me that Fury's a big ticket seller, then fine. But don't know. I don't know. And people say, oh, I'm hating Fury. It's not hating Fury. I just will not be sold BS. All right? Don't sell me BS. Don't show me highlight clips of Fury doing things against guys who are limited, but I've got limited boxing ability. They don't have the American public. They're both irrelevant. Well, I mean, let's just take it a second now. Me personally, I would pay Mike Tyson to come back right now, right? I'd give Mike a 10-week training camp or 8 to 10-week training camp, get him in some shape. And I'd stick Otto Wallin and I'd stick Tom Schwartz, pair them in the ring, right? One after the other, and Safa Siferi and Pianetta, right? Then 4 guys, stick them all in, and Mike will knock them all out. This is the linear heavyweight champion of the world, by the way. So if you want to use linear heavyweight champion of the world, just 1 second, take the face away. Take the face away for a second. Take Fury's name away and look at the legacy that Fury's leaving behind for that world title or for that linear championship. The man that beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. You had Klitschko. Look at the legacy. And then you've got to start going through box rec and start looking at the dice that Fury fought. Fury's done opposite to what Ali did. When Ali and his comeback came, he thought the best guys went that way. Fury's going the other way. He's going the other way. I'm fighting the worst possible people he can fight. So, this might not what people want to hear. But my breakdown for the fight is quite simple. Unless Tyson Fury plays a complete fool, he gets rid of Otto Wallin. Too basic. I'm like no creativity in what he does. He'll try and walk Fury down. He'll walk onto big shots. I expect Fury to get him out of 3 or 4 rounds. 3 or 4 rounds. Hello. 3 or 4 rounds. CB Sports TV. Lawrence. Matt. Samuel, what are your thoughts about what I'm saying at the moment? And I'm not too impressed with this fight at all. It's just one of those things. And if it's pay-per-view, It's not good. It's not great. And development-wise, I don't see how this is doing anything for Fury. It's doing nothing, Fury. He's also using air guitar for his next ring walk. There's only one Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is trying to bring back the days of Nassim Hamid. But Nassim Hamid fought quality opponents. Kevin Kelly on debut, right? That was a great fight. You know? Why the hell am I being... Sorry. Do you think he will fight Wilder next, or will the madness continue? I think if any belts are stripped, Fury's going to be on that road. I think Fury's trying to get himself down the WBA route, sneaky. I think he's trying to sneak himself down the WBA route and then say, if Ortiz beats Wilder, it will seem like a preemptive southpaw test. Yeah, that sounds great. But Otto Wallin and Luis Ortiz, they are a million miles apart. Let's be honest. Let's not get it twisted. Now, Ortiz too small for... I know. Ortiz is going to get wiped. I've told you that he's going to get wiped out. 3 rounds maximum. He's getting wiped out. I'm telling you. He's getting wiped off the face of the planet. He's gone. He's done. Finished. Apart from Fury, Fury wants another fight in the UK before Wilder rematch. Yeah, who's that going to be against? Let me think. Dave Allen. Let me think who else he could fight in the UK. You know what? He could fight in the UK, but fight an American opponent. Yeah, I can see that. Ortiz is older than Cole. Ortiz only fought 1 punch at Wilder, so the same will happen again. Matt B, do you remember, Matt, when I was talking about Luis Ortiz? And I was saying to you, how many punches has Luis Ortiz fought? How many guys has he fought that's backed him up? And people laughed at me. I said, wait until he gets nailed by Wilder, and you saw what happened. Now I want Chisora again. Chisora's got Parker coming up. Yeah, I just mean, how could it be spun? LOL. Tyson Fury, I knew Ortiz would win. Tyson don't want no piece of Luis Ortiz. I can tell you that. I remember you called it Wild Ortiz, yeah. And he said, what Tyson said, go back and listen to the interview with Tyson. He turned and said, Luis Ortiz, he don't want no part of Luis Ortiz. Difficult, southpaw, punches hard, has no fan base. Awkward. Why do I want to fight him? And that was when he was champion of the world. So, yeah. Fury versus Parker. Yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I remember that interview clearly. Good. You remember the interview. So remember what he said. I keep what he said there. And I track it forward. But like I said before, I don't watch Tyson Fury interviews. I don't listen to much he says, because he'll say to you today, the sky is blue, and then tomorrow to you, the sky is green. Yeah. So, but every time he opens his mouth and he talks disrespectfully about his opponents, then he should turn around and look at his opponents and think to himself, let me see something, how much of a hypocrite Fury is. If Fury were to look at AJ fight Otto Wallin, or Wilder fight Otto Wallin, he would say they're fighting bums. But when he does it, it's different. Different. I have a question about broadcasting, if that's okay, or is this more of a direct message question? Yeah, go ahead, mate. Fire it away. Fury, Samuel Peter. Yeah, I can see that. He's been contradictory since he started, to be honest. Yeah, he has. It's just gotten worse now. He's gotten worse. Fury, to me, The impression I get is he'll take the easiest fights to make the most money as possible. That's what his gig is about. Fury has come back to do demolition jobs on bums. Well, he has to, isn't he? He has to. Let's be honest. He has to. CB Sports TV, did you listen to that interview yesterday with Stacey McKinley and then with James Ali Bashir? Hamza said that he saw the interview, listened to the interview. Let me see. If you haven't already, as I said before, people, please do hit the subscribe button. Let me get back and see Hamza. Where is he? You know he said something. Great upload, Stacey McKinley. Was just listening to the replay on my way home. Great stuff. Great stuff. By the way, the other question I want to ask you as well. What happened to Ruben? I think Ruben might be you. Fury has temporary color blindness. He does. Yeah, it's Ruben again, isn't it? You can see Ruben's got all these different accounts, can't you? So there we go. So I just think they're just trying to build Fury's record up. I've been in Holland for a long time. I managed to listen to Tyson Bruno on 5 Live back in the day. Now I have to PayPal my brother for the fight so I can watch it. What? I've been in Holland for a long time. I managed to listen to Tyson Bruno on 5 Live back in the day. Now I have to PayPal my brother for the fight so I can watch it. I can't just YouTube it. Fury, I'd seen him last year. He's funny in person. Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. I think when the first time I interviewed him, he was talking real calm, really relaxed. And it was cool. And everything was going okay. And then suddenly he just kind of went, whoom, in his interview and just took off. I thought, this guy's tongue-in-cheek. He's tongue-in-cheek. Your bro is having a laugh, having you on, mate. LOL. Yeah, probably. Probably is. So is there anything else should we talk about Tyson Fury and Otto Wallin before I finish? In this day and age, we can pay for what we want to watch. Boxing is about money now, right? Why don't we all have the right to pay for it if we like? Hamza says, where in Holland do you stay? I'm in Amsterdam. I almost came to Amsterdam. I didn't, but I almost came to Amsterdam. Keys to victory for Wallin. Keys to victory to anybody who fights Tyson Fury. Walk him down, double up the jab to the chest. You've got to jab to Fury's chest and work Fury's body. I've seen nobody attack Fury's body. You've got to attack Fury's body. Nice, hard jab to his chest, mid-red. He's got to use the jab to Fury's chest. Through a jab and a straight left hand into Fury's chest. Never mind trying to knock Fury out. To the chest, to the stomach. Work the body. Slow Fury down. That's who you know who I think beats Tyson Fury? You'll laugh at me. I believe Jarrell Miller has the best style to beat Tyson Fury. I really believe that. I honestly believe Jarrell Miller has got the style to beat Tyson Fury. Because he can walk guys down, cross-arm defense, walk Fury to ropes, put him to ropes and work his body. Nobody works Fury's body. Nobody works Fury's body. He's got a good enough jab. He's got a good right hand, and just keep working that body. Get up close and work his body. Let him sit on the ropes and just whack up his body. And rounds 8, 9, and 10, round those times, Fury starts to tire. Go back and look at the Wilder fight. That's how Wilder was able to nail him in them shots, because Fury started to tire in the later rounds. And that's because Wilder, if you look at the fight, he started using the jab and going to the body of Fury and started to hit Fury in the gut. And Fury started slowing down. Go back and look at the fight and listen to my commentary. It's not Dutch. It's not on Dutch TV or pay-per-view. Okay. Ingram, you should come, though. You'd like it. Hey, listen, if you send me an invite, like if you give me a time, I will come to Amsterdam. I will come to Amsterdam and I'll have an evening with you in Amsterdam. Honestly, I will come, definitely. We'll have a night of it. I went to Amsterdam once before. It was crazy. I was on my way to America and I dropped off in Amsterdam. Sounds good, brother. Make it happen. Fury back and all the mother Fs are under attack. All right, cool. Do you speak Dutch? No, I don't. Jahi. Only one linear. I think this is definitely Mr. Ruben again. Just look at Ruben's accounts for everybody. We're going to look at the ultimate troll, Ruben. This is it here. Ultimate troll. Del Boy has tried, to be fair, but that's Del Boy, LOL. Yeah, Del Boy looked in great shape before he injured that thumb in the rematch for Fury. Herkovich would give Tyson Fury fits. No, he won't. Herkovich is too robotic. He's too robotic. Herkovich is too robotic. How do you beat Wilder? You've got to get inside of Wilder. Hopkins will tell you best. You take the right hand away from Wilder. The right hand is what he's got. Remember, he's got that left hand too. You take the right hand away from Wilder. Easier said than done. You've got to take the right hand from Wilder, and you've got to walk Wilder back to the ropes. You've got to walk Wilder back to the ropes, and you've got to keep mid to in close with Wilder. You can't fight long range because Wilder's bow and arrow. That's where he's at. We see here, in between, that's where you got to hit Wilder, in between. Apart from Klitschko and Wilder, who did Fury fight? Really analyze his record and come back to me. Exactly. Someone like with Holyfield style to beat Wilder, I think. Yeah, Holyfield would take the chance. Holyfield would take the chance because when Holyfield got in, he'd bounce him, Holyfield. You know, Holyfield would bounce like this. Holyfield there. And then he'd leap and go, left hook. And then you get your ropes. When you're on the ropes, you hold your ropes and go, and for 4-5 punch combinations. Holyfield's good up close. Them combinations, if you stand in front of Holyfield, he'll throw 4-5 punches off. But remember, it's the same Holyfield that got dropped by Riddick Bowe, the same Holyfield that got knocked out by James Toney, the same Holyfield that was in serious trouble against Bert Cooper. That's the same Evander Holyfield. All right, so just remember, Holyfield is easy to hit. So if Wilder gets in one of them big right hands, I don't know. Herkovich is both basically Joyce, but faster and better defense, constant obvious shots. Yeah, a slick southpaw would give Wilder trouble. Really? I don't think so, because Wilder's answer is the right hand. I don't think a southpaw does. Look, you've had two southpaws in Spilka and Ortiz. How did that end up for you? Like Ingram says, force him to fight on the inside and have him back it up. I don't know how good Wilder is on the back foot. He isn't very good. That's why he does those sort of things on the ropes. You've got to push Wilder back to ropes. You've got to back him up the ropes. Neutralize that right hand. Take the right hand away from Wilder. Lots of slipping, ducking, slipping. The cross-arm defense would be the way. Cross-arm defense, get inside. And when you're inside Wilder, work his body. Him and Fury, they're two heavyweights that nobody works their body. You've got to work the body of Wilder. Got to work the body of Wilder. And I believe you've got to punch when Wilder punches. You've got to punch when Wilder punches. So when he goes to throw that big right hand, you've got to be throwing too as well. But you've got to, when he throws his right hand, you've got to be under that and over the top. So as he throws, because he sometimes overcompensates with that right hand. So you've got to draw the right hand. And as the right hand comes, slip under the right hand and come over the top of your own right hand. So through the middle, I think you go with Wilder. I think you got through the middle of Wilder. As he comes, you've got to fight fire with Wilder. You've got to fight fire with Wilder. And you've got to use a double jab with Wilder as well. Back him up. Because he pulls away like this. He has bad habits. He pulls away like this. Sometimes pulls his hands in the air. So when he pulls back, that's where he's vulnerable. That's where you got to clip him. When he's backing up and he's backing up against ropes, that's where you got to clip Wilder. You've got to walk him back to ropes. but he's got fast hands. He's got an ever-increasing jab. He's got a good left hook, and he's got a right hand. So you've got to be careful, Wilder. The left jab kind of blinds you, so you don't see that. You see the left hand. So a lot of things, and for Wilder, you've got to constantly keep turning him. You've got to keep constantly turning him. If you stand in front of Wilder, he'll time you. He's very intelligent like that. He'll time you. He'll time you. He'll wait for you and wait for you. Then he'll crack you. And it's only one he needs to land. So you've got to constantly be moving on Wilder, constantly wilding, or you've got to be like Jarrell Miller, hunting. Like Jarrell Miller's a good fight for Wilder. Another guy that, like I said, can walk you to the ropes. He's got that sort of style where he can walk you down to the ropes. I don't know if Miller can take the power, but if you can, walk Wilder to the ropes. You've got to walk him down to the ropes. Tuck up, short, squat, get inside. A prime Hay would have caused issues as well. Now, cause what issues? Cause what damn issues? Prime Hay would get knocked out by Wilder. That's why you never saw Wilder Fury go Hay Fury, because Wilder did damage to him in training camp. That's why that fight never happened. And I told you that stuff. So don't forget no Prime Hay. Prime Hay? Prime Hay? You mean the Prime Hay that fought Valuev and Holyfield threw more punches than David Hay? That Prime Hay. Come on, man. You mean the same Prime Hay that got dropped by, what's his name again? What's the guy's name? Got dropped by, I'm not sure me or Klein, the other one. I can see him now. The guy dropped him, put him in his ass. And the one who came in the ring and buckled over when he tried to get a ring. Somebody will remind me who he is. Prime Hay. Tell me that damn Prime Hay. Prime Hay. Come on, man. Behave yourself, man. You're flipping what? You're playing too much Fight Night Champion. Wilder got more than a right hand, though. I mentioned a jab and I mentioned left hook. Yes, Richard. Joyce is looking good coming up. He'll be a threat to the top 3 next couple of fights. No, he won't. David A., what did he do? Oh, yeah. So Foreman would beat Wilder then. I've seen Wilder's feet cross at times too. Force him to go back, but that's easier said than done. Yeah, I think you've got to walk Wilder back, not straight down the line. You've got to move laterally with him. So you've got to move from side to side and then come in. You know, do your jab and slip out the door. Slip and slide. Slip and slide and slip to the side. You can't come out the back door with Wilder. You've got to go to the side doors with Wilder. Do not come to the back door. Because if you go to the back door, boom, that right hand's going to catch you. He's got long reach as well, long levers. Hay can throw bombs from distance, but I don't think Wilder has the footwork to shut Hay down like Wilder did. No, he's got the right hand. Whatever Klitschko did to Wilder, right, or to Hay, Wilder is anti-Klitschko. Klitschko is defense first. Wilder is attack first. So he blasts Hay out of there. Hay's not even in. And by the way, what's Hay's chin like when Wilder hits him on it? Come on, man. Behave yourself. Go sit down somewhere, man. Listen will double jab Wilder. It would mess with him. We don't know how good Miller's conditioning off pads is, and that's his best asset. No, I don't think that's his best asset. No, I don't agree with you there. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's very ignorant, actually, because that tells me you don't know much about boxing. There's a lot of good things Miller does do. He knows how to walk a guy down and walk him to the ropes. All right? He puts his punches together well. I like Miller's style. So I don't agree with you there. You may be heavy, very heavy, but I like Miller's style. I like his style. I mean, I've fallen asleep in a couple of Miller fights, but the guys have not been very good. I like Miller's style. We don't. Okay, Ingram, I'll invite you to Amsterdam, but I'm busy at the moment. I'll pick you up soon, inshallah. Eid Mubarak, brother. Salam alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Two-gun Barrett. Yeah, Monty Barrett. Monty Barrett dropped David Hay. Don't tell me that no prime David Hay, man. Go. Carl Williams. Carl Williams is a good fighter. You know who I think could beat? You know who I think would beat Wilder? Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker. Tucker had excellent jab, nice right hand, good footwork. Tony Tucker. Good French boxer. Tucker would beat him. I think Witherspoon would beat Wilder. Witherspoon's a very good boxer. Witherspoon, Tucker. I'd love to see Mitch Green. Mitch Green against Wilder. Ooh, good fight. Wilder's hooks are more like slaps. Sometimes he still hooks with the inside of his glove. He makes a lot of mistakes, but that right hand and his strong mind will make up for a lot. Miller's output is major part of his game. Ray Mercer will put Wilder in a coma. Well, no, listen, stop. You mean the same Ray Mercer that fought Larry Holmes and got his ass beat? Come on, Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer. Mate, you've been watching too much of that Tommy Morrison fight. Mate, Ray Mercer's got a good style, and he walked through Lennox Lewis, and he backed Lennox up the ropes, but I don't see the same. Remember, Holyfield dropped Mercer. I don't know. Sorry. Tony too sharp for Wilder. Yeah, Tony's good. Take your rose keep the glasses off, my friend. I see that Ike Richard gives Wilder. Oh yeah, Ike does. Ike definitely does. Ike's got a great chin. Ike's got high work rate. Ike can slip and slide. Ike can get on the inside. Ike is capable of doing that. Yes, Ike by KO, definitely. You're looking at Ike's a guy that walked through 2 as punches. I'm looking at Ike. He's got a high work rate. He's got the speed and he's got the athleticism to match Wilder. So that athleticism there. So he's a guy I think that definitely could beat Wilder. Witherspoon, Mitch Green, Tony Tucker. Who else? Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe, man. What if this is a 2-round knockover for Fury? How does that prepare him for Wilder? It doesn't, which is what I've been saying, call 2971. I've been saying this for ages. These fights do not prepare Fury for a rematch. It doesn't. But, you know, just like what I said to people when Ortiz had his comeback fight before he fought Wilder, I said, this is no preparation for you to fight Wilder. People said, oh, no, Ortiz has got good preparation. I said, by blowing at a guy in a round, it's not preparation. I said, you guys don't know what you're talking about. A lot of the stuff that I'm saying to you people, 95% of the stuff I've said gets repeated to me by experienced trainers. Stacey McKinley trained over 30 world champions. James Ellis-Bashir. These experienced people. So I'm saying these things and they come back and saying the same thing back at me in a show. Come on, man. It's not like I'm talking nonsense. James Toney versus Wilder. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight because Tony will make him miss and will make him pay and will knock him out. Tony's got the power to knock a Wilder out. Definitely. 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 How are you seeing Vitali versus Wilder? Vitali knocks Wilder out. Vitali knocks Wilder out. I'm sorry. I'll tell you why. Vitali had a great left jab, beautiful right hand himself. And he himself is not easy. He moved his head a lot. And he had a herky-jerky style. Herky-jerky style. Great footwork. People don't talk about Vitali's footwork. Great footwork. The way he get himself in and out of positions. Right? He can fight on the inside. You saw him fight with Lennox Lewis. Stood right in front of Lennox. So there's your test there about Vitali Klitschko. Go look at his fight against the dangerous Corey Saunders. Now, a tier fight I would love to see Corey Saunders versus Deontay Wilder. I think Corey Saunders beats a lot of the heavyweights today. That punch, he didn't want to fight much, but he was a dangerous heavyweight that could punch. He put Hassan Rahman through the ropes. Great fighter. Lennox obviously beats Wilder. Well, if he obviously beats Wilder, why are you mentioning him? Who have you got in David Benavidez versus Anthony Durrell? Benavidez. I ain't even thinking twice about that. Benavidez. Vitali's like Fury, but with much better jab and hits harder. No, Vitali's not like Fury. Please stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You should get blocked just for that. How is Fury like Vitali Klitschko? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. You should get blocked just for that. Vitali is James Toney versus both Klitschko brothers. He can't beat Vitali. I don't think he beats Vitali. Well, I don't know. And that's because I've seen Vitali get done by Chris Bird, but he's become a better fighter since. But he has a good jab with Vitali. I don't know. Olive Masker versus Lewis Jr. Come on, man. Drew's Jr. knocks out Olive Maskev. This is getting silly now. As in bed, because some problems to Wilder, where he's been missing Vitali's jab, who caused issue and is hard to hit even in range. What? I don't understand what you're saying there. I've got no idea. Got no idea. No idea. Right, guys, smash the like button before I go here. Please do like, subscribe, leave the comments as always. Anything else? I really didn't want to talk too much more about this, but I'm going to come out of here now. But the next fight I'm going to have a look at is Parker versus Chisora. Maskev KO'd Rackman. Why couldn't he beat Ruiz? Right, so I'm going to finish this, do Chisora versus Parker, and then maybe do some foot manager afterwards. Right, I'll see you all in a minute. Oh, before I finish, question I want to ask everybody. How do you know about these videos? Do you get notifications via Twitter? Do you get notifications via Facebook? Do you get notifications via YouTube? Let me know how you know. Let me know. Is it Twitter? Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Just let me know quickly. YouTube notification. Hit the like button. Of course, smash the like button as always, guys. Red dot on YouTube says live. Oh, brilliant. Notification. Thank you very much. The notification did work. Okay. Got recommended. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Right. Great stuff. Don't forget, check us out on Facebook. Hey, Ingram, did you get to speak to Billy Joe? No, I didn't speak on Billy Joe. I've spoken about it, but at this point, I'd like to see Billy Joe fight Chris Eubank Jr. again. That's the first fight that needs to happen. Billy Joe's Eubank's got John Ryder now. I think that's a good fight. What are your thoughts on Billy Joe Saunders? My thoughts on Billy Joe Saunders are he's wasted a lot of his career. And I really don't care about Billy Joe Saunders, to be honest. I love Billy. I love Billy as a guy, but it's just... So I feel about him. Big fights against... I think, you know, Billy Joe will probably take the fight now against Golovkin. That's what I think. Billy Joe Saunders signed with Eddie Hearn. Now he wants to fight Canelo or Callum Smith. Too late, right? Does he have enough to beat time to salvage? I think Callum Smith beats him. I think Callum Smith beats him. I really do. I don't think he's good enough to beat Callum Smith. I really don't. I really don't think Billy Joe Saunders is good enough to beat Callum Smith. I don't. I think Smith is too long, too long, too long, too strong. Hits too hard. And most importantly, Billy Joe Saunders hasn't got what it takes to beat Callum Smith. And to beat Callum Smith, you've got to push him onto the back foot. No. You're not going to beat Callum Smith doing that stuff, standing in front of him. And, you know, he's at super middleweight, but I wonder why he's at super middleweight. You know, Callum Smith is at super middleweight, but he could fight a cruiserweight as far as I'm concerned. No, sorry. Doesn't beat Callum Smith. Callum Smith has the ability to stop Billy Joe Saunders, I think. Hopefully Eddie gets him the big fights, whether win or lose. Can't say he was wasted career. Well, he's wasted his career. The best part of his career, I think, is wasted. Well, look how a kickboxer backed Callum up for the whole fight. Yeah, that's the kickboxer because the kickboxer's willing to move forward. Billy Joe Saunders isn't that type of a fighter. He isn't that type of a fighter. He's the kind of guy sit back, slick skills, boom, 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 boom. He's not that kind of guy. He's not the kind of guy who's going to press the action to Callum. He's the kind of guy who's going to make you miss, make you pay. Different styles. He's not that type of guy. Not that type of guy. He's not a guy who's going to come at you for it. Not if he feels not like he's Billy. Listen, I'm done. Ray Orton, Mr. Orton, you have to go. You literally have to go. Bye. Billy Joe Saunders is no damn. Come on, man, behave yourself. Yeah, of course he likes to fight at the back foot. He's got skills off the back foot. But who really has tested them skills? Really? Who's really tested them skills? Andy Lee is not a boxer. He's a puncher. What's his name? Lemieux is a puncher. Callum Smith is a boxer puncher. Different. He's a genuine boxer. Now we'll see how he does against a boxer and not Willie Monroe, who's intimidated. Callum Smith. But anyway, I'm out here. I might do some previews on that as well. Right, I'm out here. I'll talk to you soon. All the best.